howling for you.
But to open things off, there is a press conference right now. So we're going to go in, we're going to check it out. Hopefully we'll be able to talk to a few players and maybe even talk to a few season ticket holders after that. Stay tuned. Hi, and we're back again with Reni Maitua, who knew and then formerly of Wolfpack Pack. Welcome to Toronto.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me. It's an absolute pleasure to be here. I've never been to Canada before. A lot of my family back in Sydney are very jealous at the moment, and it's absolutely a pleasure to see so many supporters here and everyone get behind the club.
Well, as I said, it's our second year here. We're still learning the game and trying to get accustomed, but we certainly caught the rugby league fever, and the players like yourself, even the very little that we've seen of you, have really caught our attention, so thank you for that. But in terms of the Wolfpack itself, you came out of retirement. What came across your mind when you got that call from Paul?
It's funny you mentioned that. I was in the middle of New South Wales back home. Kangaroos, red dirt. I was doing some NRL community work and had the phone call from the coach, Paul Rowley. Would I be interested in coming back over and having a run? I'd obviously retired 18 months before that. There had been a lot of talk and a lot of positive things going on about Toronto, and I thought, why not? You know, while I can still get out of bed and run around, I'm a lot older than the guys in the team now. I thought I'd just give it a go. I didn't want to live the rest of my life with any regret. I got to play 8 games, got to put the jersey on, but unfortunately I don't get to play over here through injury. And now that I've got a long-term role at the club, I'm really, really excited. Everything happens for a reason, and I'm just looking forward to calling Toronto my home away from home now.
Well, we're certainly glad to have you there. Now, with regards to that new role, you had mentioned, I believe it's player welfare or well-being. What describe your role, your new role?
Okay, well, it's a little bit of player welfare. You know, it's basically being the coaching staff's right-hand man, helping with logistics with the boys, trying to help with marketing, doing everything I can to build the social media side of things, just get as much engagement from the fans as possible, player recruitment. You know, we have a vision that we want Toronto Wolfpack to be a worldwide brand, you know, and there's no reason why it can't be. I got the privilege of going to see the Raptors play, and just to see the city so alive, it's nothing like I've seen back in Australia in Sydney. But to be able to support a team and be so passionate about it, and I've just got this really strong vision that one day the whole city will know about the Toronto Wolfpack and get behind this club. You know, it's history in the making. If we can get to Super League this year, it's going to be probably the best thing that's ever happened in rugby league, and rugby league's been around for about 120 years. So, look, I mean, the sky's the limit for Toronto Wolfpack.
We've come to realize that some clubs are actually older than our entire country. So we realize that there's a rich history there. Now, so getting back to your role, what you're saying then in some uncertain words, and again, you know, we're familiar with some of the Wolfpack players from last year, is that you need to babysit some of the players. So, I know you haven't been around the team long, so I'm not going to hold anything against you. But who on the team you think probably requires the most babysitting?
Oh, honestly, probably myself. So I need a welfare officer for myself. No, honestly, I can't speak highly enough about this group of players. I've been playing rugby league a long, long time. That's why I have retired. And I've been with many different groups of people. Everyone gets along. You know, it's such a family environment from the youngest player to the coaches to David to, you know, people, all the staff members, people in the office that I haven't even met. Everyone is so close that it's going to make my job a lot easier. It's going to make everyone's job a lot easier. And I can't, look, I'm so excited even talking about it. So look, I can't wait to get back here for the 2-month period, and I can't wait for the club to be as successful as I know it can be.
Perfect. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I apologize if I'm wrong. If I recall, there was a little bit of a boxing history in you. Okay, so I was correct. Now, there's another player in the team, Cory Patterson, who has a bit of boxing. So between the two of you now, I just want to let you know, Cory is way over there, so he's not going to hear any of this. Between you and Cory, who's going to win?
I'm happy to say it to his face. He knows who's going to win. I'm going to call him out. We're going to have a charity night. I'm going to call out one of the maybe the Maple Leaf players, maybe one of the hockey players. Look, Cory and I have done a lot of sparring against each other. He's a big boy. It was just a box I had to tick. I've always loved boxing. But maybe we should put a fight night on in Toronto. We can call out some basketball players. Let's do it. I think it'd be great for the city to embrace all our Toronto professional teams and then make a night of it.
I think it's an excellent idea. I think everybody's going to be behind it. Well, except maybe Coach Brierley and all the other coaches out there probably lose their hair. But I want to see this go down. That should be awesome. Anyways, Reni, thank you so much for your time. Welcome to Toronto. Enjoy your stay, and good luck for the rest of the season.
Thank you very much. Pleasure.
Thank you. Woo, sponsorship. So we're here with a couple of players. No, not players. A couple of players.
I can tell you.
Hold on.
I've been working out. I've been trying.
So we're here with the Wolfpack Pack, and introduce yourselves.
Henry Whitfield, Adrian Pearman.
And these guys attended most, if not all, the games here. You're part of the fixture. Let's go with the beginning. Who came up with the Wolf costumes, and why did you go ahead and do it?
It's pretty simple. Scott, who's from Ottawa, we call him Tiny Wolf. And basically, he's been going to Vancouver Sevens before, where everyone dresses up. It's a big part of Sevens culture. And as soon as we heard that the team was announced, we were sitting having a couple of beers talking about it. He goes, we should dress up. And we actually saw the Facebook post recently where he said, okay, boys, it's time to suit up. So we recruited a couple of guys like Adrian and about 6 other guys from university. We hadn't seen each other that much. And got some suits on for the first game. Some of us were Union fans, most of us were. But we quickly fell in love with rugby league, and the rest is history. And it's kind of written itself.
Now, I'm sure it sounded like a great idea. It probably, like I said, happened over beers when it originally happened. But did you ever expect all of this to happen?
Not at all. I mean, like the first game, we were like, all right, we'll have like a casual, like we go out for 1 or 2 beers, go watch some rugby, not a big deal. Then eventually it was like, all right, we're getting suits from China. Okay, like let's see how this goes. Now we're all getting suits, we're getting in, and we're like, okay, we're going from 1 drink to 4. 4 drinks to 8, like, oh shit, like this is a thing. Now, what made it even more was that we're starting to recognize day after the fact. I'm on the subway leaving the TFC game, and someone's like, are you one of the Wolfpack guys? And I was like, am I a celebrity now? Like, this is how this works? But no, it was amazing. Like, we started off.
And on a date. He got recognized on a Tinder date as one of the Wolfpack Pack. And just putting it out there.
Full disclosure, any girls looking for me, just swipe right, and I'm on the Tinder, but...
As you can see, same as it is at every game, things deteriorate really, really quickly. But first of all, like, I mean, it's not just in terms of the fans enjoying. I mean, there's a great atmosphere there, but there's so much good too. Like, you have kids that you just make their day. And how does that make you feel?
It's amazing. I mean, tonight we saw Zach, a great fan that everyone knows, dressed up in a wolf suit. Took a photo with him. Just amazing. And we have a really great time. We realized after that first game that people were trying to took notice of us, took photos with us. We have photos with all the players, people coming up to us from all over the place. And it's been a really, really fun time. I mean, I was in the UK for a match this year, not in a suit, was over there to watch, and the boys all came over and recognized me right away. And it's been a really fun ride to be part of this process as fans of rugby, but also as kind of part of the culture, I guess. And we just have a good time. We're a couple of guys having a couple of pints, not here for a long time, just here for a good time, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, but on that point, it actually came full circle in the last home game where we had the individual, and we're sitting there, we're like looking like, whoa, like we're not just guys who drink up in suits and drink. We're actually comfort for a lot of people who are having issues, whether it's kids who are having disabilities or not having like the greatest time. They come to us and go like, yo, mommy, this is the guy in the wolf suit. And they're like, and we bring that type of joy. So it's now becoming a point where it's like, it's larger than just us. So the fact that we're coming to season 2 and the fact that we're coming with a winning mentality is now not going to be a benefit for Toronto, but all of rugby in general. So it's really benefiting us right now.
Perfect. And I think the one thing as well is, there are fans, and one great thing about rugby league and the Wolfpack in general is how they've brought the fans not only like into a comfort zone within the stadium, but on the field itself. So, that last game or the second last game when we raised the League One Cup, how did it feel to be on the field celebrating with the team as part of the team?
I gotta tell you, it was unbelievable. I mean, David came up to us sneakily at halftime and said, "You boys are coming on the field, right?" And we said, "What do you mean, David?" He's like, meet me by the porta potties. Say hi to the cops and I'll come find you.
The porta potties.
And all of a sudden, we found ourselves on the field. Some amazing photos. We got Reese Jacks on our shoulders, having a great time, doing a lap of the stadium, fans high-fiving, fans taking photos, and it was just unbelievable. And I really think it came full circle when there was about 20 or 30 other people in wolf suits trying to get a photo with us. And it was amazing. It really came full circle. I mean, it's about the players, about the kids, about the families. We have a great time. We won't do it for forever, but for now, it's fun.
No, 100% what Henry was saying. It's really, when you realize it's more than just you, it's now becoming like, whoa, we now have like a responsibility. We're almost not like politician level of like representing this club. But it's like, we're here now, is like, you look at us and we go out like, Mommy, that's a Wolfpack. And even today, when we had like the youngster, I forget his name, Zach. And he was like, yo, is he in a Wolfpack suit? And it's now become more than us. And it's now we're ingraining that into the city. Like, you look at Toronto. Toronto's all these sports clubs, and we just want a team that wins. Wolfpack wins. That's why people come out. And you look at it, and it's a winning mentality, it's a winning atmosphere, and it's just going to keep growing. So overall, we're doing our part to keep this going.
Perfect. Now, we're just going to end this off on one thing. Henry, you and I share something very special. I want to shake your hand.
We do.
You and I, and Chris over there, a special shout out. We're the few, if the only, Canadian fans that have met Rob and Kaz. So shout out, you're a great host when you're out there.
Oh, honestly, I gotta tell you, if you ever go to the UK, you have to talk to Rob and Kaz and Matt as well.
Matt,
you know, the third party's like the Beatle that gets forgotten. But I gotta tell you, being over there, visiting a game, it's not the same atmosphere as here.
No.
But they welcomed me. I took a flight over, 3 trains, had pints with them. They took me to the train station afterwards, and just had an unbelievable time. So, you know, Rob, Kaz, Matt, the UK fans in general, Sandy Domingo as well. There's another Sandy, just amazing support on that side of the pond for a team that's Canadian. They're not even from England, and these guys are traveling across half the country, about from Toronto to Ottawa, and supporting the team. It's amazing. It really is.
It is. So, fantastic. Shout out to you. Thank you, Wolfpack Pack. Can't wait to look forward to see you again this Saturday. Is it going to be out this Saturday, or are we going to wait for the 2-month block?
Well, it's Saturday, and be there early to see us roll up, because we've got something special planned. But if you want a sneak peek, follow us on Twitter or Instagram at Wolfpack Pack TO. That's a shameless plug.
We're going to put on a show, whether you like it or not.
Perfect. All right. Thanks a lot, guys. Enjoy the season.
Cheers.
So here with Darcy Lussick, the newest member, actually I can't even say that anymore, the second newest member of the Wolfpack. First of all, welcome to Toronto. Is this your first time here?
Yeah, it's my first time here, so got in yesterday and loving it so far.
You haven't had much time, I guess, to not only come to your city, but to your team itself. How difficult was it stepping on that field for your first game?
It wasn't too difficult, to be honest. The boys have made me feel so welcome here. The club has just been absolutely outstanding, making me feel welcome. I haven't gone without anything, and it made the transition so easy for me coming over here, and it feels like I've been here for years. So looking forward to coming over to Canada in a few weeks and playing 8 home games in a row here.
Yes, we have been dying. We mentioned that, last year around this time, we knew that there was a Wolfpack team existed, but we didn't really know much about rugby league. This year at this time, there's such a hole that we've been waiting for the team to come over. So we're finally glad that you guys are here. You have a tough stretch of games coming up, not only in terms of with Swinton Lions in Toronto, but you start going to against a Super League team for the Challenge Cup, then Toulouse, and then Lee Centurions as well. How's the planning going on for those set of games?
I know that there's some massive games coming up. I think that game next week versus Warrington will be so good for us moving forward. We're going to test ourselves against a Super League team and a good Super League team. It's pretty exciting. But first, we got a game against Swinton this week here in Toronto. So we're not looking past that, but in saying that, we are excited to play those big games.
Now, one of the reasons why tonight we decided to do interviews sitting down, it's a bit of a more comfortable setting, but more importantly is I don't get to look short in front of people like you, because one of our friends on the UK side, when they said, "Oh, Darcy's here," 2 words that describe: big boy. And you are. So listen, I'm glad you're sitting down. I'm glad you're on our side. And when you're coming to, like I said, a new environment, any expectations in terms for yourself for the rest of the season?
I just want to, contribute as best as I can to the good work that the club has already done this season and continue to do, and just be a good team member and a good club person, someone that they like having around, and someone that they're happy to assign. So if I can do that and just try and be the best person I can over here and play the best footy, that's all I can ask for.
Okay. See, that was a goody two-shoe kind of answer. So why don't we get away from that? Let's say I send Coach Rowley away. He's looking the other way. What's a hobby or two that you might like doing on your free time?
I don't know. I like surfing, but there's not much surf here in Toronto, is there?
No. And you wouldn't want to go anywhere near Lake Ontario.
Why is that? A bit cold?
A bit cold, a bit dirty. We're trying to clean up the beaches and area and stuff like that. But again, we want to wish you the best of luck the rest of the season. We are the fans here, are dying to see you play. Can't wait to see you in person again. Good luck the rest of the way. Thank you so much for your time.
Thanks for having me. Thank you.
And we're back with Adam Higson, one of the newer members. Not newest, because there's seems like changes almost every week. So let's begin with, how are you finding so far the first half of the season?
I think it's been really good. The boys have been really welcoming. I've fit in really well. I've known most of them a long time anyway. I've played under Paul Rowley for most of my career, so it was a real easy transition for me to make. And so far so good. I'm enjoying playing a good brand of rugby with some good people.
Well, fantastic. The team has gone off to a great start, 10-1-1. And there's one thing that I've noticed between yourself and Nick Rossthorn, who's also new to the team, on opposite sides. I have to tell you, quite handsome here in person. But when you have the ball and you're running towards that goal line, it doesn't matter if a dark alley, it could be a well-lit alley, you scare the bejeebus out of me. Is that look to intimidate, or does it just come naturally?
I just think it just comes natural, I play with quite a bit of passion and a bit of aggression as well. That's the way I build my game, so it's just part and parcel of it, I'm afraid. You play a sport, it's full contact, you got to hit some people, so a bit of aggression comes out at times. And if you meet me off the field, I'm a really nice guy, laid back, but on the field, if you're not on my team, then it's unlucky, really.
Unlucky for all of you opponents out there. You keep watching out there. We have a setup other than the Swinton game coming up, which, I mean, any team in championship is difficult. But after that, you have some really tough games against a Super League team in the Challenge Cup. There's Toulouse. There's Lee. How are you going to prepare yourself for those games?
I mean, we take every game a week as it comes, so we'll give Swinton the respect they deserve. They're in the same league as us. My brother plays there as well, so he's coming over. My mum's coming over to watch, so that'll be a good weekend. So I'm looking forward to my first game in Toronto, and then, like you said, it's a really important games coming up, but we're at the top of the league, so I think people are worried about us more than we're worried about them. So it'd be good to get out there, play Warrington, the Super League team, see where we're at in terms of the standard. And then we've got Lee and Toulouse, so if we can get those games won, we're in a really good position for the rest of the season, coming to Toronto and playing in front of our home fans.
Perfect. Now, being one of the newer members to the team here, you become part of the Wolfpack family, as always. Yeah. Now, when you're with family for a long time, little things start to annoy you. So, what's something from one of the players that annoys you?
I love them all. They're all good guys.
Oh, that's an easy answer. Come on.
My bus members are Jonathan Pownall and Sam Hopkins. They're an interesting pair, and Sam's never wrong. So that's probably the most annoying thing. He could be late for something, or it could be anything. He's in the wrong completely, and he'll find a way of making it not his fault. So I'd say that's probably the most annoying, but he's a very good friend of mine, and if he wasn't here, life would be a bit more uncomfortable. So I'm glad to have Sam here, but yeah, that's an annoying thing that he does. Yeah,
no one else certainly does it for her. But you know what? Funny enough, Johnny Puddle's name, it's not the first time we've heard his name, so he's quite a character, but good on the field as well. So again, welcome to Toronto. Thank you so much for your time, and good luck the rest of the season.
Anytime. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.